Today we're talking about more. We're talking about getting more and more real estate leads using Facebook ads, especially factoring in the special ad category. If it's been a while since you last ran Facebook ads, be prepared to see some changes. Be prepared to see changes in the interface, capabilities, and targeting. But it's all good. Facebook advertising for real estate lead generation is alive and well, and today I'm gonna prove that to you. Hey, Atime, if we're just meeting, welcome to the channel that brings actionable content to grow your business through online marketing. So if that sounds beneficial, consider subscribing. All right, so let's get started. We're here in the Ads Manager where all of your advertising should be going down. If you're not seeing what you're seeing on the screen right now and you're paying money to Facebook, chances are that you're boosting. So I'm going to invite you to stop. That is a great way to waste your money. You don't want to be boosting because it gives you less flexibility and it gives you less results at the end of the day. So getting to the Ads Manager as quickly as possible is what you want to do. All right, so we're going to go to Create. And the goal for today is to get more real estate leads. That's the theme of today's video. And in order to get more, we're going to go with one type of campaign that exponentially grows your leads, and that is conversion. So this conversion campaign, let's see if I can move myself for a quick second. Show your ads to people most likely to take valuable actions like make a purchase or adding payment information on your website, app, or in Messenger. You can add leads, becomes a lead. That is something that you can measure. That is something that you can create, and like making a purchase, you can just say like becoming a lead. That's basically what it is. Anything that's meaningful to you. It can be something as simple as people landing on your landing page. Now, I don't suggest that because at that point, it's not you're not actually getting a an actual conversion. It's just somebody looking at your website, but you can technically do that. So conversions are a little bit more, let's just say, sophisticated than the other types of campaigns, but they work incredibly well. So I'll show you what that looks like right now. We're gonna go to continue. You're gonna name it whatever you wanna name it, but at the end of the day, you want to be able to identify what campaign you are running, the ad set or the targeting, and then also the ad. So on the left-hand side, you see the type of campaign, which is what we're selecting right now, and we kind of did that already, but we were asked to do that again. And then the ad set is who you're targeting, that's the ad set, and then the ad, that is what people are actually seeing. So over here, targeting, and this is what they are going to see, so the actual ad. So you would name it right there. We're not going to name the campaign for this video, but just know that's where it would go. And then the special ad categories. If you're running credit, employment, housing, and now political type of campaigns, then you do have to select that it's in the special ad category. So I would toggle that switch with that little button right there and go to housing. I would click off of that, and what you're going to see is some of the ad sets in this campaign do not comply with the requirements. That's standard. That's fine. You haven't selected anything on this end, so that'll go away. But when it comes to special ad categories, what you are doing is you're limiting the filters that you can use over here, and that's not something that you can get around. This is something that you cannot get bypassed. That it's something that has happened. In the late 2019 was when this was introduced altogether. So you are no longer able to select ages. So by ages, you're no longer to advertise select via ages. So anybody above 18 years of age can see your ad potentially, and we'll get to it when we get to the ad set. Anybody, let's just say male or female, so all genders are going to be included. You are starting out with a 15-mile radius in the location. You can't use lookalike audiences. And then you also are limited with your demographics, so who they are. And you're going to see that at work here in a couple of minutes. All right, so we're going to leave it in the auction because that's the only option right there. We're going to go with conversions as a reminder. Show your ads to people most likely to take valuable actions. In this case, become a lead for us. Okay? And then we're going to let everything else be the same way. But when you see campaign budget optimization, what that means is if you toggle this on, you select your budget from the campaign level. So from this level right here. If you toggle that off, you're going to select from the ad set. That's the difference. You're able to control the ad spend wherever you want. All right. So everything there looks good. We're going to go to next. And then again, you want to name it whatever you want to name it. As long as you remember what it is, you're good to go. No judgment here. And then this is the important part. This is the conversion event. Now we're just gonna talk through this because I do have another video in this channel that goes into depth on how to actually create this. I don't want to take up too much of your time in this particular video. This video is about optimizing and growing and getting more real estate leads, but I do have another video in this channel that goes into it at length. So I'll be sure to link it down below and at the end of this video so you see how to actually create a conversion event. So we're going to talk about it right here. A conversion event takes place over on your website. So if you have a traditional website, or which is WordPress, or if you have one of those that is a little bit easier to use like a Wix website or a Squarespace website, it can work there as well. Or if you have landing pages, you're able to do that as well. As long as you have a Facebook pixel installed on your website or on your landing pages, you're going to be able to create a conversion. So step one is you're going to need to create a Facebook pixel if you don't already have one. Step two, you need to be able to install that Facebook pixel on your website. And then three, you're going to create that custom conversion. That's basically it. And then step four is actually coming down here. So again, there is a video that goes really into detail about how to actually create a conversion event. We're not going to take the time in this particular video on creating it, so I encourage you to check that out. Most of you already have that conversion, and I'm super proud of you. And the folks that don't have that conversion, I'm going to be proud of you very, very soon when you create that conversion. But remember, you need to create your Facebook pixel, install your Facebook pixel, and create the custom conversion, and then come back here and select that event, because this is the amplifier. This is going to take the people that have already taken action on your ads, and then Facebook is going to go and find more people like that, So you're giving Facebook the profile, essentially the, hey, I want people that have completed and that have completed this and purchased, or have completed this and became a lead. I want to give more people like this, Facebook. So go out there and find those people, and that's what Facebook's going to do. So again, check that video out. It is super important to make this go. Hey, one quick second, I'll let you get right back to the video, and this is normally the part where I go through a long story and encourage you to smash that like button. I'm gonna forgo that. I'm just gonna go ahead and ask, smash that like button. I like that. This is awkward. All right, dynamic creative, we're not going to worry about that right now. Also, we're not going to worry about the offer part. Now, here's the budget. Now, remember, we had that little option at the beginning. If we toggled it on, it would show the budget on this first page here on the campaign. But if we toggle that off, this is where the budget goes. So for our purposes, $20 is just fine. The start date is going to be immediate. And then you can also set an end date. You don't have to, but that is an option if you choose. Okay, and then this is where you would call back any audiences that you have created. So if you created a custom audience as an example, so you uploaded your if you uploaded your database and created a custom audience, this is where you would call that audience back out. If you created a custom audience of people that interacted with your Facebook page, again, you can select them from here. If you created a custom audience of people that visited your website in the last 6 months, you're able to call back that custom audience right here. Now, let's see if we click through here. You see the custom audiences that I have for this test account. And then the special ad audience, this is very similar to a lookalike audience. I don't want to get too much into the weeds, but the lookalike audience was something that it's actually is still available, but not for the ads that are in the special ad category. So the special ad category has its own lookalike audience, which is called the special ad audience, which looks at the custom audience. I know I'm going with so many audiences, I'm sorry, but looks at the custom audiences and then tries to go out and find similar profiles. So you have the saved audience, which is over here. You have the custom audience, which is what we're talking about right here, of people that interacted with my business page. And then you also have the special ad audience, which is right here. You can create it or pull that back out from here. All right. Cool. So let's keep going. Locations, people living in or recently in and then people living in this location, people recently in this location, people traveling in this location. Most of the time you're going to go with people in this location because you don't want people that are recently in the location, because that is going to amplify your ad spend. And since you're starting at a 15-mile radius to begin with, you don't want to make it too large. All right, and then we're going to go to Dallas. Yeah, let's go to Dallas. It's been a while since we've gone to Dallas. So we have Dallas right there. You can see the reach is enormous. All right, so we're talking about getting more leads. And the reason that we're running a conversion campaign is because that's what we want. We want to get more leads by Facebook going out and getting us some additional leads, or people that are more likely to act because we told Facebook to do that. All right, and in order to do that, we're going to start off by targeting people that have an interest in Zillow. And that's going to drop down significantly. You see 450,000 people, but we're going to go even further. We're going to narrow this audience, and we're going to go with people that not only have an interest in Zillow, but also have an interest in Trulia. So you have 250,000 people right there, and that's where we're going to stop. So we're going to go with Zillow and Trulia, and that is a good enough starting point because we're going to be able to split test that later on. Okay? And you can continue to narrow it down, but don't narrow it down to where you have 0, because at that point it's going to be not working. All right, when it comes to placements, you can leave automatic placements on, but I actually don't recommend it. Although it says recommended, I don't do that. Manual placements, I want to choose where I want my advertising to go. And the majority of the time, depending on what I'm doing, but the majority of the time you're going to see me only running the Facebook newsfeed, because that's been the proven placement for leads to be generated from. So you see me unselect everything else. And depending on when you last ran an ad, you may see this completely different, because Facebook continues to add more and more placements and continues to increase the revenue by a lot, because there's more inventory for ads to show up in. All right. So we're going to continue going. And yes, the potential reach will be reduced. So just be aware of that, because I unselected Instagram. I unselected the in-stream, the messages, in-article, and partner websites. And I'm okay with that, because again, I want to control where my ads show up. Make sure that all mobile devices are on. That is super important. And then we're optimizing for conversions. The conversion window, 7 days click or 1 day view. That is perfectly fine. All right, so we're gonna go to next. Again, make sure that you name your ad so you know what you're advertising, and also who you're advertising to. We're gonna continue going. We're gonna create the ad, and then you see different types of formats. You can go with the single image or video, which is what we're gonna do. You can do a carousel, which looks like has different cards right here. So you're gonna have 3 cards to start off from, and you can use more if it actually shows up. It's taking a little bit to render and show up. We might, here we go. So you see 1 card, there's another card, and all that fun stuff. And you can select individual images, individual headlines, individual descriptions, and individual URLs. That is something that you can certainly do. We're not gonna do that, but that's something you're able to do. And then the collection group of items that opens into a full screen mobile experience. So it's more for your mobile. All right, so we're gonna stick with single image. That performs just fine. If you have a impactful video, then I encourage you to use that impactful video, but an image is gonna work just fine as well. Okay, so we're gonna go to add an image, and we're just gonna use this image right here. And now for the primary text. So any ad that you run is going to have 2 elements to it. One is going to be the ad copy, and 2 is going to be the image or the video, something else that's going to show up right there. You can't get around that. That's what you have to do. And the primary ad that we're going to run right now is something that's going to work incredibly well for your business, and that is called the just listed ad. This ad performs incredibly well. So whether you have a property that you just listed on the market, or somebody in your office has a property that was just listed in the market, make sure that you ask for permission from that agent or even an agent in a different brokerage to advertise, and trust that you're going to get a lot of hits. People love this ad. So just listed, looking to move to, then you're going to put the city, and then you're going to put a little bit about the home just to give some qualifiers out there, and then get price, address, pictures, and then you can put the link here as well. So when you put the link, we'll let me backtrack, and then we can come back up here. So headline, let's just say, just listed in Dallas, and then will not last. Okay, the website. Here's the important part. Now, this is very critical, that if you have been a little bit lost up until now, that's completely fine. The conversion is a little bit more complex than what you're used to seeing. I completely acknowledge that. So make sure that you watch the video that I'll link down below that is going to walk you through how to actually create a conversion. So we're going to talk about it in theory, but I want you to watch that video. I want you to watch that video because it goes through every single step. A conversion. Let's take it from its most simple form. What we're offering is additional. We're offering the price, we're offering pictures, we're offering address, and we're offering a virtual tour if you have it. And that is best shown, that is best demonstrated through a single property website. So a single property website that you use for a property that you just listed. If your CRM allows you to do that, fantastic. Now, most people will not have that. But the next best thing is to have a landing page that meets the people right in the smack in the middle. It's going to ask for their name, their phone number, and their email. And in order to have access to what you're promising them, which is up here, they need to give you their contact information. And once they give you their contact information, they're going to go to the thank you page. So remember, we have the landing page where they're going to give you their name, their email, and their phone number. They're going to press submit, and then they're going to land at the thank you page. When they land at that thank you page, that's when the conversion fires. That's when the conversion happened. Because remember, a conversion ad is something that we deem meaningful, and that's something that we gave Facebook to track. It wasn't a purchase, it was a lead. So as soon as they land on that thank you page, they become a conversion. Is this making sense? Now again, I really encourage you to watch the video because it's going to go much into depth about it. I didn't have time to do that in this video because it would be extremely long. So the website URL is going to be to that landing page that you have. So in this one, let's just say the landing page you have.com, whatever it is. It's not right, but of course, so the website URL is going to be to that landing page that you're asking for the name, for the email, and the phone number. So let me show you what one of them looks like right here. Because why am I talking about it and not showing you? Here's what one looks like. Here's what a landing page looks like, okay? So this, forget the message because it's not one that I'm running for this particular campaign, but this is for a list of city homes. There's the name, there's the email, and there's the phone number, and then please send me the list. In this case, please send me the information of the just listed property. So that is the landing page. The URL to this landing page is what's going to go right here, okay? And now the thank you page. In the thank you page, that is where the conversion is going to happen. I don't want to conflate the two, but just I highly encourage you to watch that other video that's going to dispel everything. So here you have the thank you page. So the landing page, where you're asking for the name, the email, the phone number, again, is right over here. This URL is what's going to go there. All right. And then to avoid confusing any further, because I know I did a good job of doing that already, we're going to continue going. But the URL that we have right here, I suggest that you embed it up here as well so people can double dip. They can either click here and learn more, or they can click on the URL right there that you provided. Now, know that your URL is probably going to be much larger than what I just provided up here. So make it shorter. Use a website like Bitly, B-I-T-L-Y, and it's going to shorten that URL. So you're able to put it up here, okay? And then you're going to continue going, and then make sure that your conversion tracking is on, because again, this is a conversion campaign, so make sure that you've set up your conversion. You wouldn't be able to get to this point unless you have the conversion. But again, I cannot stress that other video more than I already have, so I'll let that go. But once you have everything set up, all you have to do is press publish, and you're gonna see that with these conversion ads, you're gonna have Facebook as your friend, and Facebook is gonna go out there and find more people that are gonna be willing to convert and become leads for you. So it's gonna go out there and magnify your message so you can get more real estate leads. Well, now that we know how to get even more real estate leads with Facebook ads, factoring in the special ad category, it's time to level up. So I'll leave a video right here that's gonna help you do that. Also, if you found value today, please be sure to subscribe and turn on that notification bell so you don't miss another video. And of course, make it your best day yet.